Did you guys remember that I used to make videos on Bleach Mobile 3D? Cause, honestly, I forgot even by this point. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bleach Mobile 3D. This is a pseudo MMORPG style game made by a spin-off developer of KLab. It basically uses the exact same art that they already used inside BBS, but for a different set of characters and monetizes it in a far more hostile way. But they've adapted a lot of the later characters from like the seasonals even from BBS, and so there's a lot of really cool units in general. Honestly, there's no one that I know that covers this game right now, and so you'd never get the chance to see stuff like this white Ichigo, for example, or even this Byakuya, I want to say. We were just looking at it a second ago. Like, he is fucking rad, along with this Rankiku and stuff. And so, I'm currently in the process of quitting every gacha game I currently play. Basically just because I don't have the time to spend on games like this, and in general, most of it is pretty much sitting there collecting dust in my hard drive. And so today, I wanted to go ahead and officially say goodbye to Bleach Mobile 3D. Basically, I just wanted to showcase some characters. I think I want to do a little bit of gameplay with my main team after doing a couple of showcases of the two new characters, which is this Rangiku and this Byakuya. And then we'll see kind of what we want to do afterwards. So let's just go ahead and hop into trial, and I'll show you guys gameplay of these two, as well as just like the typical style of gameplay for this game in general. It's honestly fairly unique compared to other ones. So obviously it has like the similar 3 ability style as BBS, but it's more of a from the back style of like camera, very fast in general. You have different charges for your different abilities, and she actually has a lot of recovery abilities alongside shields. Kind of powerful. She has that attack right there. It looks a lot fancier than the BBS version, but that's just because it's not chibi as much. Her third strong attack inside BBS is like the fanciest attack in the game, pretty much. All right, we'll go ahead and awaken her right here. Just posing it up. Third strong attack is kind of lame. First is the skulls. Second doesn't do too much, and that is that. Yeah, pretty cool character. It's kind of weird that like, oh god, Steve. Oh, jeez. It's kind of weird that that's like the end game character inside this game. Oh, jeez, I hate it. It's weird that this is the end game characters. Basically, this is the hardest possible characters to get in the game for this one. You basically need to pull on a main banner and then exchange shards from that main banner to get tiny pieces of these units. And so these are like the ultimate characters in the game. They're the whale heavy, absolutely insane, almost impossible to procure for yourself if you're free to play characters. And I think that's a major reason why I stopped playing this game in the first place. It just became really difficult to try and keep up with the especially crazy whale characters. But god, they're so cool. I think this Byakuya is probably less powerful than the Byakuya inside BBS though. The one in BBS is just insane with his debilitating freeze. But he's keeping him up in the air pretty easily. He has quite a few immunities actually whenever he uses his strong attacks. And in general, he's just freezing the enemies up. He's a very cool looking character. I like the black Tengu wings, but it looks kind of weird that he just has the sheets on the side of his head. Either way, that's just how it goes. In this game, I kind of wanted to focus on mostly getting Arankars, because I didn't really have a lot of really powerful ones inside BBS, and so I focused on Stark. I focused on this Ukiora. I focused on this Halabel, this Gin. So they're all like the super powerful ones that I wanted to work on. Here, we're gonna do a showcase of Stark in just, not character trial. I want to do it inside Treasure Cavern. Let's do a quick showcase of Stark here. Showcases honestly aren't that bombastic inside this game. You'll just kind of see their strong attacks from above, and that's just how it's gonna be. Here we go. Bonk. I'm actually just gonna hands off. It'll auto for me with plenty of time. Is he stuck? Okay, he's stuck a little bit. just a tiny bit. Here, I'll control him a little bit more. Honestly, I do wonder what they could have done to improve this game. It was developed alongside KLab, and so it kind of served its purpose. Though I think that there's actually a new release of this game coming out soon, which is basically just going to be the same game over again without the KLab like license on it, which is kind of weird. It doesn't really make sense to me. It's called Soul Rising apparently. We'll see how that goes. It reminds you a lot of Spiritual Awakening back in the day, where it just kind of re-releases randomly under new developers and doesn't really have like an official version. This one's definitely official though, so I don't really get it. But it's a cool game all in all. We don't really have like a really good MMO for anime games right now. Back in the day, we used to Google like anime MMORPG and we get like Tales of Pirates and Aura Kingdom and shit. But there was never like an official Bleach one. There was always the original Dragon Ball Online, but Dragon Ball Online was still, I don't want to say it wasn't high quality, but it wasn't exactly like the hypest fucking game in the world. It didn't give that Dragon Ball Z feeling. This at least gives a little bit more of like a destructive, crushing everybody with your strong attacks feeling, you know? At least that has a little bit more of like the meaning there. Over Dragon Ball Online at the very least. I like this game in terms of like MMOs. It's just very different from what I've played before in terms of how it's built. I just don't know if it actually worked for it or against it. And that's just a natural part of the world. I think Game Samba actually released a game very similar to this one called Naruto Slugfest. That's apparently like a Naruto MMO that's pretty much one-to-one with this style. But because it's made by Game Samba, I refuse to touch it with a fucking 10-foot pole. I trust Game Samba about as far as I can throw them. And the answer is I can't throw them at all. And so I would not trust them whatsoever. Tokyo Ghoul Dark War got completely shafted by them back in the day. And so I just don't trust them as a game developer these days to be able to create any kind of meaningful, positive product. And even if they do, I wholeheartedly expect them to abandon the project after several months when it starts making less and less money. And so it just doesn't make sense to me to get into Slugfest. But hey, Mobile 3D I spent a lot of time with early on, and then it just kind of nosedived over time, you know? My interest. You actually have recruitment events these days to try and pull for Parasol characters like this. I actually wonder if you can pull a full character. I'm kind of tempted. You know what? What's the other banner that's on right now? This will be my last time logging into the game ever. There's no other banner. Okay, let's just waste a bunch of tickets and see if we get any full pulls of characters. I'd love to get the Nell. Nell would be really cool. Obviously, we don't care about Jushiro or anything like that. But I got like 30k crystals I can waste right now, honestly. Let's go ahead and do that. The tiny, like, purple shards I'm getting here, by the way, are actually really important. The purple shards are exactly what you use to exchange to get the copies of that Byakuya from earlier, for example. But it's like a heavy whale item. It would be very surprising. Oh, hey! I actually got the Zalaporo. That's sick as fuck. Neato. I didn't know that was even possible. I have literally never pulled on a banner like this to be able to have seen a full pull like that. Alright, I'll take that. I would love to get the Paracel Nell, actually. That'd be a really cool thing to get for the thumbnail. Alright, a couple more here, and then I'll show how you exchange the, like, actual tickets afterwards. Honestly, I'm not too worried about, like, wasting my items here. So let's just stretch it to see how far we can go. Okay, so now we're going to start dipping into diamonds, but I'm just going to pop all of my tickets into this. I just want to see how many it'll take to actually get a copy of every one of the Parasol characters. So let's give it a shot. I have 30k diamonds. Will I be able to get at least one more over the time it'll take? Oh hey, I got a copy of Byakuya. That's kind of cool. I'm currently like 20k diamonds in, but hey, I got a Byakuya. That's worth something. Unfortunately, it seems like the rates are actually very low, even in the face of doing a ton of multis on the banner. Kind of unfortunate, but of course, because I'm not going to be playing this game in the future, it's not any skin off my back. When I was properly playing this game, this definitely would have made me very anxious to keep on spending and spending like this. Because, like, every multi feels like a dud. Because you're not getting the actual, like, main banner character. And you're just getting, like, tiny fragments you can exchange for tiny, tiny pieces of the crazy banner characters at the end. And so, it just isn't as satisfying versus, like, in BBS, for example, just pulling a full character and just having them. And being able to link slot them without having to pull another dupe, for example. Right? That difference is enough to almost make people not want to play this game because of it. And I wonder if gacha games have seen better success in a style of like a dupe focused unit game or a shard game. I think shard games probably make more revenue in general though, because if you pick a character you're going to go in for, you're going to go really hard for them. So I don't know. I'd be curious to see kind of the revenue differences. But hey, you can see here, I did 271 pulls. It gave me a lot. A whole lot of, frankly, complete trash. Apparently, I can pull any of these characters for free. I will take a Nell. Hey, I just got a free Nell. I'll definitely take that. Hell yeah. And I'll take that right there too. So what I'd really like to do is I want to take a look at this exchange here. So here's the exchange you would use to be able to get the special characters. I actually don't even think this Grimmjow is able to be seen, frankly. But you can exchange 4 of these gem lotuses and 40, which is 4 drops of the exchange gems for 1 shard of her. So the one I was going for, oh my god, and then you can chain or exchange several of these to get the Mugetsu thing. Okay, so which one was I actually going for? Let me see. So yeah, out of all the characters that I could have gotten so far, I was working on this Ichigo and this Stark, and then I started working on just a little bit of getting, I believe it was this Flame Blade Yamamoto, yeah, but he's very expensive. If I were to go all in to try and get this Ukiura right now, in total with every one of the items I have right now, I could get 19 pieces of him, which is 19 out of 50 of the shards I would need to unlock him fully. Very unsatisfying, frankly. And just kind of naturally, it makes me not really want to spend the time on this game. Oh, hey. Apparently for spending all those crystals, all 30k I spent today, I get a couple of those gem lotuses back. Ain't that nice? There's also consumptions there, and this is all just complete nonsense. I don't care about any of that. I am curious how many I can exchange for the Rangiku now, though. Oh, I can get 3 shards of her. After all of my multis today on that banner, what we have to show for it is 2 characters at a very low star count and 3 shards of Rangiku. And that's enough to explain why I don't want to play this game anymore. Well, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to quickly go to the next screen and we're going to hit the uninstall. And this is officially going to be the last game I'm uninstalling until BBS officially releases the characters I'm looking forward to, especially Safwi Gin. But in general, as you can see, all we have left is Reinvoke and the visual novel project, which I can't really make any videos on because Marvelous, unfortunately, has copy striked us. But today, thank you guys for watching all of the Bleach content on this channel. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed over time. Goodness knows I have. But unfortunately, bygones come to bygones, and sometimes we have to get rid of even the games that we really enjoyed along the way because we just don't have time for it. And so, thank you guys for watching today. This is going to be the final video ever on Bleach Mobile 3D. I'm sure someone else out there is creating content for this game. I won't be yet. Well, for now, thanks for watching, take it easy, and I'll see you guys in the new year with some incredible content. Bye everybody, have a great one.